One of my favorite themes of Fox clips is when they accidentally make the left sound awesome. So that's pretty much exactly what happened here. This is Stuart Varney on Fox Business Network and his co-host, I guess, or Fox contributor, some other Fox contributor whose name I don't know here. They are fear-mongering about ideas that are, frankly, awesome. So thanks to Case Study QB for grabbing this clip. Let's take a look at what they have to say about Bernie.
Sanders set to play a major role in helping to shape Biden's economic agenda or get it through Congress. Ashley, what's Bernie's plan?
Well, let's put it this way, Stu. He's already salivating at that possibility as a lead member of the Senate Budget Committee. Sanders says he intends to use budget reconciliation measures to fast-track tax and budget-related matters that he says will help working families. And all he needs, of course, in that scenario would be a simple majority. Now, it would require unanimous support from Democrats as the Senate is split 50-50. President-elect Biden says he's going to work closely with Sanders on their shared economic agenda. And of course, that includes a $15 federal minimum wage and strong support for labor unions. Stu.
Yeah, Ash, he wants to get rid of the filibuster rule so he can raise taxes with just 51 votes. That's what he wants.
Here's why that clip is amazing. So the other host, not Stuart Varney, the other guy is like, $15 minimum wage and labor unions. And he's trying to present it as like, isn't that terrible? Higher minimum wage and labor unions to make the situation better for workers and get them more benefits and more vacation time and stuff. Gross. Disgusting. Now, Stuart Varney is smart enough to understand that that isn't going to land how this guy wants it to land. See, that guy is so brainwashed that he thinks if I just bring up $15 minimum wage and labor unions that everybody in unison is like, disgusting. But no. The $15 minimum wage, for example, a higher minimum wage, polls at like 80% or something like that. It's insanely high. So even a lot of Fox News viewers and Fox Business viewers would look at that and be like, is that supposed to be bad? Are these things supposed to be bad? Because I certainly don't think that that's obvious that these things are bad. So Stuart tries to save it at the end, and what does he say? Oh, what Bernie wants to do is fast track through reconciliation tax increases. That's what he wants. He wants to raise taxes. That's what he wants to do. Now, by the way, is that like one of the first things on the Bernie agenda or the Democratic agenda? Of course not. Of course that's not one of the first things on the agenda. But furthermore, even if they do that, what they mean is raise taxes on people like Stuart Varney, raise taxes on corporations, raise the capital gains rate, which is when your money makes money through investments, raise the top marginal tax rate. Like if they were going to go that path, they wouldn't be raising taxes on average Joe and average Jane. They just wouldn't be doing it. That's not their ideology. That's not what they believe. That's not what their tax plan. They have proposed tax plans, and that's not what those tax plans show. Those tax plans are progressive tax plans, which means they raise taxes more on the wealthy, and they either leave them the same or in some cases reduce it for people at the bottom or in the middle. So, but again, Stewart's propaganda is slightly more sophisticated than the other numbnuts here, because at least Stewart understands that when you say $15 minimum wage and labor unions, that's not going to get the visceral sort of, reaction from the audience that this guy thinks it does. But Stewart does know, hey, to my audience, to the Fox audience, if I say the Democrats want to raise taxes, that will be perceived by the Fox audience as Bernie Sanders wants to raise my taxes, wants to raise the average Joe and the average Jane's taxes, which is not true. But it's more sophisticated propaganda because he's pressing a button in the brain it gives them the Pavlovian response that they're looking for. Oh, Democrats bad, Bernie bad, Bernie's a socialist, socialism bad. And it's all based on nonsense, because that's not one of the first things on their agenda, to raise taxes. But even if it was, they would mean for the wealthy and corporations, which is a good thing, which, again, by the way, according to the numbers, those ideas are very popular. Raising taxes on corporations and the wealthy, it's very popular. So again, I mean, this is, how many times is Fox News going to do this and Fox Business going to do this and shoot themselves in the ball sack? They try to like fearmonger about the left, and it's like, they want you to have a dignified life and more paid vacation time and to be with your loving family together. Disgusting. I think you should be forced to work in a factory and make next to no money and not have any free time. That's my idea. Oh shit. Is my propaganda not convincing at the moment? Is it not? Yeah, it's not convincing. It's not working. You got to cloak it. You got, like, Stewart tried to save it. Bernie wants to raise taxes. And the implication is on you. He doesn't, but that's the implication. He's trying to save it with the propaganda, but the other guy was just like, higher wages. Gross. They're so stupid. And again, just another pro tip here. Hey, Fox, I know what they're going for. They're going for like, oh, the accent sounds sophisticated, and that's why we put these guys out there. But when they say stuff like this, the accent no longer sounds sophisticated. It sounds incredibly pompous, because that's what they are.